Let me ask you something. How many business books have you read in the last 12 months? How many podcasts, courses, masterclasses, free webinars? How many notebooks have you filled with ideas that are still just ideas? Maybe a few? Well, knowledge probably isn't your problem. It probably never has been, actually. Your problem is taking action, or should I say not taking action. And today we're talking about why and what the 5% actually do differently. We are living in the most information-rich era in human history. You can Google literally anything and you can find a YouTube tutorial, a Reddit thread, a free course, a paid course, a $15,000 mastermind that'll tell you the exact same thing as the free course. And yet, founders are more stuck than ever. I talk to women every single week who are brilliant. And I mean genuinely brilliant. They understand positioning. They know their niche. They can tell me their ideal client avatar down to what she orders at brunch. And they're not moving. Why? It's because somewhere along the way, we've got addicted to learning as a substitute for doing. It feels productive and it feels safe, but nobody can tell you that you failed if you're still in the research phase, right? Here's what's actually happening in your brain. Every time you consume more content without acting on it, you get a little dopamine hit. Your brain thinks you've made progress, but you haven't. You've just gotten really, really good at preparing to start something. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not anti-learning. I've built 15 businesses. I read, I study, I invest in my own development constantly, and knowledge absolutely matters. But knowledge without a structure to apply it, well, that's just expensive entertainment. This is actually the whole reason that I built FIVEX, which is my founder's operating system, because I kept seeing the same pattern over and over. There's these smart women. They've got these solid ideas and a complete absence of systems to move from this idea and insight to execution. Daniel Priestley talks about the difference between being functional and being vital. A functional person follows the process. A vital person drives outcomes. I love that. The knowledge junkies I'm describing, well, they're the ones that are stuck in functional mode. They're still consuming, organizing, preparing, but never actually becoming vital in their own business. Now, our friend Cody Sanchez, she says success requires obsession, not balance. Now, I don't fully agree with that because balance matters to me, and especially for women carrying a lot. But the obsession piece, she's absolutely onto something. The founders who move are the ones who get a little unreasonable about implementation. And then let's talk about Mel Robbins. She has built an entire career on one insight. It's that your brain gives you about 5 seconds before it talks you out of doing the thing. 5 seconds, that's it. So what are you doing in those 5 seconds? The people in the top 5%, and I've mentored over 100 women globally, I've watched this pattern up close. They don't have more knowledge. They have a different relationship with imperfect action. And here's what I mean. The 95%, they fill the notebooks. The 5%, they fill their calendars. And the big one, the 95% are learning in isolation. They're in their own head. They're consuming solo. They're spiraling solo. They're looking everywhere else. The 5% are inside rooms, whether that's real or whether that's virtually, where implementation is the expectation, not the exception. Where someone is going to ask them next week, did you do the thing? That accountability piece is not a nice to have, it's the mechanism, full stop, exclamation mark. I'll tell you something from my own life. When I was building across multiple businesses simultaneously, and trust me, there were moments that were absolutely chaotic. The thing that kept me moving wasn't motivation. Motivation, I feel like that's a little bit unreliable, but structure, and it was also the people around me who expected me to show up and deliver. That's the 5% difference. Not smarter, not braver, just better systems and better rooms. So here's your challenge this week. you already know you need to do in your business. One thing that has been sitting in your notebook, in your brain, in your I'll get to it pile, and do it before Friday, imperfectly. Just get it done. And if you're sitting there thinking, Laurie, that's me. I've got the knowledge. I've got the vision. I've got the 0 systems to actually execute. Then I want you to look into FIVEX. It's a 12-week founders operating system for women who are kind of over the fact that they're constantly preparing to, get things done, and they're ready to operate. Obviously, we'll put the link in the description below, but come and have a look, because we don't need more women who know what to do. I know you girls are smart out there. We need more women who actually do it. And I get the feeling that might be you. If this has landed for you, please share it with a founder who needs to hear it. And if you haven't subscribed already, then I'd really appreciate it if you did. Thank you heaps for joining me today.